Why does your life feel harder than others? Why do you keep going through pain while people around you seem to have it easy? Maybe you're not being punished. Maybe you're being prepared. Sometimes the struggles you face are not meant to break you. They are signs that Allah is building you for something greater, a bigger position, a higher purpose, a life that's more meaningful. Pain isn't always the end. Sometimes it's the beginning of a powerful transformation. And in this video, we're going to talk about 5 powerful signs that Allah is preparing you for something big through pain. Each sign is a message for your soul, a reminder that your journey has meaning and your suffering is not wasted. So stay with me till the end. This might be the answer your heart has been waiting for. You're losing people and things without explanation. There are moments in life when everything starts to slip from your hands without any clear reason, and you don't even know why it's all happening. People who once made you feel strong now leave without saying goodbye. Relationships you thought were unbreakable start to fall apart like sand in the wind. Things you loved and counted on begin to disappear one by one, and you're standing in the middle of it all, trying to understand what you did wrong. But the truth is, sometimes it's not about what you did wrong. It's about what's being done for you. When Allah is preparing you for something greater, He begins by removing the things that cannot go with you to the next level. Some people are not meant to be in your future, not because they are bad, but because they no longer fit the version of you that Allah is shaping. You may feel broken, but what's really happening is transformation. When something greater is coming, space must be made, so what looks like a loss may actually be a clearing, like removing dust from a mirror so you can finally see your reflection clearly. Your heart might not understand it now, but your soul knows it's necessary. You were not made to stay in comfort zones. You were made to grow, rise, and step into your purpose. And growth comes with release. It comes with letting go of people who drain your energy, habits that waste your time, and paths that lead nowhere. The pain you feel from these losses is real, but that pain is not the end of your story. It's a signal that your story is changing. The discomfort is not punishment, it's preparation. You may feel empty today, but that emptiness is a sign that you are about to be filled with something more meaningful. Think about it: when you clean a room, you throw out what no longer serves a purpose. In the same way, Allah is removing the unnecessary from your life because you are being shaped for a greater purpose. It may not look like it right now, but these sudden endings are secret beginnings. You are not being abandoned. You are being positioned for something that requires your full focus, your pure heart, and your steady strength. The ones who walked away were not part of your destiny, and the things that disappeared were never your true foundation. Allah is not taking from you to hurt you. He is removing distractions, delays, and detours that could slow down your journey. And while it hurts to lose what you once held dear, it will hurt more to miss the blessing that's coming because you were too busy holding on to what's already gone. The silence you feel right now is the space between who you were and who you are becoming. It is not easy to stand in this space, but it is necessary. This is where strength is built. This is where clarity is born. This is where you learn to depend on Allah alone. And in this place of loss, you will start to see what truly matters. You will learn that you don't need a crowd to feel valuable. You don't need approval to feel confident. You don't need everything to make sense before you trust the process. Because when you trust Allah, even when life doesn't make sense, that's when your real journey begins. That's when you start walking in faith instead of fear. That's when you stop begging for what's gone and start building for what's coming. So if you feel like things are being taken from you without explanation, don't panic. Don't chase what Allah is removing. Trust that if it left your life, it's because it served its purpose. And if it broke your heart, it's only because that crack will now let the light in. You are not being left behind. You are being lifted up. And soon, everything that didn't make sense will come together in ways you never expected. So breathe, let go, and believe that what is ahead is so much greater than what was lost. Because when Allah removes, He always replaces, not with something equal, but with something better, stronger, and more aligned with the destiny you were born to live. You're being tested more than others. There comes a time when you look around and wonder why your life feels harder than others. While some people seem to be living with ease, enjoying their moments, smiling without effort, your life feels like an endless uphill battle. You fix one thing and three more go wrong. You smile outside but cry when no one is looking. You try to stay strong, but life keeps throwing more at you. You wonder why not someone else? Why is your journey filled with more trials, more pain, more pressure? And the answer is deep, hidden beneath all that struggle. Because Allah is preparing you for more. When you are tested more than others, it is not because you are forgotten. It is because you are chosen. The weight you carry is not a punishment, it is training. Not everyone is meant to carry something heavy, but those who are being shaped for leadership, impact, and greater positions in life, they go through the hardest seasons. Their souls are refined in the fire of difficulty. Their minds are sharpened through heartbreak. Their hearts are stretched through disappointment. And in all of that pain, something new is being born inside them. Wisdom, strength, resilience. These qualities are not gifted easily. They are formed through tears, through tests, through time. While others are playing, you're being built. While others are celebrating, you're enduring. And it may seem unfair until you understand that your preparation is different, because your destination is different. You are not like everyone else. You are being equipped for something higher. Your capacity is being expanded. Your patience is being developed. Your faith is being tested, because your future needs a stronger version of you. Every time you survive a storm, you're not just surviving, you're leveling up. The old version of you couldn't carry what the next season requires. That's why you're going through things most people never experience. Not because you are weaker, but because Allah knows you are capable of more. The path to greatness is not easy. It is lonely. It is painful. It is full of challenges that make you question everything. But it's in that questioning that you find clarity. It's in that struggle that you find your voice. It's in that heartbreak that you find your purpose. The tests are not random. They are lessons. Each test teaches you something you need for the next chapter. Maybe you needed to learn how to be patient. Maybe you needed to learn how to let go. Maybe you needed to learn that your strength doesn't come from people. It comes from Allah, and when that realization hits you, you begin to you stop asking why it's hard, and you start understanding that it has to be hard, because easy paths don't lead to powerful destinations. Every successful person you see, every strong believer you admire, they all have one thing in common. They were tested beyond their limit, and they still moved forward. That is what made them rise. That is what gave them the voice to guide others. And you, yes, you are being built the same way. Your pain is your preparation. Your tears are watering your future. Your trials are shaping your mindset, humbling your heart, and teaching you how to walk through fire without burning. Don't compare your journey to others who seem untouched. What they carry is not what you carry. What you are being trusted with requires a different kind of training. And that training is what you're living right now. The pressure you feel is not crushing you, it's building your foundation. Strong trees grow deep roots first, before rising high. And you, right now, are in your root season. Quiet, painful, hidden, but necessary. Trust that Allah sees the weight you're carrying. And He is not silent. He is not distant. He is close to the one who is being tested. He is guiding every step. He is watching every tear. And when the time is right, your test will turn into testimony. You will rise, you will shine, and you will understand why it had to be this way. Until then, keep walking, keep believing, keep holding on, because this test is not the end. It is the beginning of something greater, something that only Allah can see and only you can carry. You feel isolated, even around people. There's a strange kind of loneliness that no one really talks about. It's when you're surrounded by people, friends, family, even loved ones, but deep inside, you feel completely alone. You smile at them, you laugh with them, but something in your heart feels distant, disconnected, and unseen. You try to join in conversations, but your words don't land. You try to express yourself, but no one really understands what's going on inside you. It's not that people don't care, it's just that your soul is changing. You're growing in ways others can't see. You're thinking deeply, feeling strongly, noticing things others ignore, and suddenly, the things that used to excite you no longer do. The jokes that once made you laugh feel empty now. The people who once gave you comfort now make you feel out of place. This kind of isolation can feel like punishment, like something is wrong with you. But in reality, this might be one of the biggest signs that Allah is preparing you for something higher. Because before you are placed into a position of purpose, you must go through a period of separation. And that separation isn't just physical, it's emotional, spiritual, and mental. Allah pulls you away not to break you, but to rebuild you. He takes away the noise so you can hear what truly matters. He distances you from the crowd so you can find your real identity. And in that quiet, lonely space, you begin to discover your truth. You start to hear your own voice clearly. You begin to realize that not everyone can come with you into the next chapter. Some were only meant for your past. Some were never meant to understand the journey you are about to take. And that's okay. You're not being rejected. You're being refined. Isolation is not emptiness, it's clarity. When everything around you goes quiet, that's when you start to hear what Allah has been whispering to your heart all along. You were created for more, and to walk that path, you need strength, focus, and deep connection to your purpose. This world is filled with noise, opinions, distractions, false attachments, and to lead, to serve, to grow, you must first disconnect from those things. That feeling of not belonging, it's not a curse, it's an invitation to come closer to Allah, to understand yourself better, and to prepare for a mission that not everyone will understand. There is power in being alone with your thoughts, in learning how to stand on your own, in depending on nothing but Allah. Because when the world stops clapping for you, when no one replies to your cries, when people walk away and leave you in silence, that's when you learn that your strength never came from them. It came from within, and more importantly, it came from above, from Allah. This isolation is building something inside you that will one day lead others. Your silence is making your voice stronger. Your distance is building your vision clearer. Your loneliness is giving birth to purpose. So don't try to fill the emptiness with noise. Don't chase people just to feel connected. Don't beg for attention to feel valuable. Use this time to grow, to reflect, to strengthen your bond with the one who is always near. This season may feel long. It may feel like no one sees your struggle, no one hears your heart, but Allah, and He is closer than you think. He is watching, guiding, preparing. You may feel invisible now, but soon, the world will see the light that was being shaped in your silence. Stay patient, stay focused, stay connected to your purpose. Because this isolation is not the end, it's the beginning of your transformation. One day, you will look back and realize that this was the season where everything changed, not outside you, but inside you. And that change was the key to everything that came next. Your old life no longer feels right. There comes a moment when everything that once felt exciting suddenly feels meaningless, and it confuses you. The routines you followed every day feel empty. The fun you used to chase feels shallow. The people you used to spend hours with start to feel distant, even if they're still near. You wake up and something inside you feels unsettled. You go through your day, but your heart feels disconnected. It's not depression, it's not confusion, it's growth. It's the feeling you get when Allah starts pulling you towards something greater. You're no longer the same person you were before, and your soul knows it. Your heart is tired of the old patterns. Your mind is craving something more meaningful. You no longer want to talk about useless things, waste your time in empty environments, or fake your smile just to fit in. You feel like something inside you is pushing you to move forward, even if you don't know where yet. And that push is not a mistake. It's a sign that you've outgrown the space you were once comfortable in. Growth is a silent journey. It doesn't shout, it whispers. And when your soul starts whispering that this life no longer feels right, it's Allah gently guiding you to step into a new phase, a better one with purpose, one with direction, one with deeper peace. It can feel scary. You might start to question everything. You may even feel guilty for not enjoying the things you used to love. But that discomfort is the beginning of something powerful. It means your heart is alive. It means you are waking up to your real self. And waking up is not always pleasant, because it forces you to see the truth that not everything in your life is meant to stay. Some habits need to be left behind. Some friendships need to fade. Some desires need to be replaced. And even though it's hard, it's necessary. You can't enter a new chapter carrying everything the last one. You have to travel light. And sometimes that means walking away from the very things that once made you feel safe. But don't be afraid. When Allah removes comfort, He replaces it with purpose. When He shakes your world, it's only to rebuild it stronger. When He disconnects you from distractions, it's to connect you with meaning. You might not be able to explain to others why you feel this way. That's okay. Your journey isn't meant to be understood by everyone. Some people are still asleep, but you're waking up. You're beginning to question, to reflect, to seek. And that seeking is the beginning of transformation. You're not going backwards, you're going deeper. And even though you may feel lost at times, you're not. You're being redirected from chasing the world to chasing meaning, from living for others to living for purpose, from being empty to being full of vision. This shift in your soul is one of the greatest gifts Allah gives. It's the quiet call to return, not just to Him, but to your best self. The self that was born to lead, to impact, to serve, to grow. Don't ignore this feeling. Don't silence it with distractions. Don't numb it by going back to your old habits. Instead, sit with it, listen to it, and let it guide you. Your old life feels wrong because it no longer fits the new you. You are being upgraded. You are being elevated. You are being pulled out of the ordinary into the extraordinary. And that process may be uncomfortable, but it's the path to becoming who you were always meant to be. So if nothing feels right anymore, that's not failure. That's your moment of awakening. That's Allah calling you to rise higher. Let go of what no longer serves you. Trust the shift. Follow the feeling, because the life you're leaving behind is small compared to the one Allah is preparing you for. You're becoming more sensitive to injustice. There's a shift inside you that you can't ignore anymore. A deep emotional reaction to wrong things around you. You see something unfair and your heart aches. You hear someone being mistreated and you can't stay silent. You feel heavy when others are hurting, even if they never say a word to you. You may not have felt this way before. Maybe you used to laugh things off, stay quiet, or walk away from uncomfortable moments. But now, something inside you is changing. You can't pretend not to care. You can't watch people being taken advantage of and act like you didn't see it. This emotional awareness is not weakness. It is strength. It is awakening. It is a clear and powerful sign that Allah is preparing you for something greater. When you start to feel things more deeply, not just for yourself, but for others. It means your heart is being expanded, your spirit is being polished, your soul is being trained to carry something heavier than most people can handle. Because the ones who are chosen for higher roles, for leadership, for influence, for responsibility, they must first be built from the inside. And that building starts with compassion. It starts with empathy. It starts with noticing things most people ignore. You may wonder why you cry over things others laugh about. You may question why something as simple as a rude word or an unfair act hurts you so much. But that pain is not a flaw. It's a signal, a reminder that your heart is alive. And when Allah gives you a living heart, it's because He is preparing you to be someone who heals, helps, and uplifts. You were not meant to sit quietly in a world full of injustice. You were not meant to blend in with those who pretend. You were not meant to stay blind when your eyes can see the truth. You were made to speak, to stand, and to carry light into dark spaces. And that light starts within. It starts with this very sensitivity you feel. The more you notice injustice, the more your soul is refusing to accept what is wrong. You don't want power for power's sake. You want justice. You want balance. You want to protect those who are voiceless. And that desire didn't just show up randomly. It was placed there by Allah because He sees what you can't. He sees that your voice will matter. He sees that your heart will be needed. He sees that your compassion, which the world may see as weakness, is actually your greatest strength. And though it may feel like a burden now, crying over things others laugh about, caring when others stay cold, this burden will become your blessing. You'll lead with heart, you'll speak with truth, you'll move with purpose, and you'll change lives, not by shouting, but by showing what real care looks like. You don't have to fix everything in one day. You don't have to fight every battle. But you must never silence this sensitivity. You must never let the world harden what Allah is softening. Your tears are not a problem. Your frustration is not an accident. They are signs that you are being called to something greater. So when you feel too much, when you notice too much, when it all becomes too loud inside your soul, pause, breathe, and remember that you are not alone. You are being prepared, trained, shaped, because the world doesn't need more people who look away. It needs more hearts that see, feel, and act with sincerity. That's who you are becoming. And the more you embrace it, the more doors Allah will open for you. Doors where your voice can make a difference, where your care will matter, where your strength will not be wasted. So don't run from your feelings. Don't hide from your softness. And don't think you're too emotional. You are exactly as you need to be. A person whose heart has been touched by Allah for a future that will touch many more hearts in return. So if you're going through pain, silence, or struggle right now, don't give up. You are not lost. You are being shaped. Every moment of difficulty is building you into someone stronger, wiser, and closer to what Allah has written for you. Maybe you can't see the full picture yet, but the pieces are falling into place. Trust the process, trust the journey, trust Allah. Because when Allah is preparing you for something greater, He first removes what no longer serves your future. And through the pain, He makes space for purpose. Your time is coming. Just don't stop walking.